Hey friends, welcome back for our last and final activity for our first lesson in our sock golf unit. So in the first two activities, we learned how to throw from a distance of 5 steps and 10 steps. For our third activity here, as you can see, I have it set up behind me. We're going to be throwing back from our first distance of 5 steps. However, we're going to add in some challenges and some obstacles. So in the game of golf, golfers can often encounter different obstacles that the environment has. So if you've ever been to a golf course, it's made up of 18 holes, made up of a very beautiful landscape of trees, really green grass that is well maintained and watered and cut weekly and often daily. Obstacles may include trees, bodies of water like lakes, rivers, and even sand pits as well. And these are things that golfers do not want to get caught in because they can often get penalties for getting stuck in the water, and it can be really difficult to hit your ball out of a sand pit. And especially if it goes into the water, then you got to get yourself wet to go into it. We don't have any of those obstacles here in the gym, so I've made a couple of my own. So you can see I have my dots set up behind me. That is our tee box. Remember, that is where we start to throw from. That's where we take our first throw. Now the obstacles, you can see I have a stack of mats, and now my target is up on a gymnastics mat. So now my target's a little bit higher. So two obstacles I need to take into consideration. So you're throwing from a distance of 5 steps away, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to make some of your own obstacles. Get some things around the house. Maybe you want to put a chair in between you and your target. I obviously wouldn't recommend making the target impossible to aim for. However, give yourself a little bit of a challenge. For me, I'm just using a stack of mats, and then I put my bucket up on a gymnastics mat to make it a little bit more challenging because now it's higher as opposed to being low and on the floor. So like I said, I'm going to give you the opportunity to create your own obstacles. So think about what you have in the house and try to make some obstacles that could get into your way that could affect your score. Remember, in the game of golf, we're aiming for the lowest score possible because the lowest score wins. So you don't want to take a lot of throws to get your sock ball into your bucket. So we're going to see how I do with my little homemade golf hole here. So here we go. Remember, step with the opposite foot. Step. So that was my first throw. So that means I have a score of 1. So if you were counting, my score on that hole was 3. Okay, because it took me 3 throws to get my sock ball into the bucket. Remember, wherever your sock ball lands, that is where you take your next throw from. So once again, for your last activity, remember, you are 5 steps away from your target. However, give yourself some obstacles to throw around. Maybe it is a chair. Maybe it's a small table. Who knows? Maybe it's another basket that you have around your house that you want to put to try to get in your way. Whatever you want to do, though, that is up to you. You want to try to make this activity a little bit challenging and see how creative you can be to make your own obstacles that could get in your way. So give it a try. Take care.